This guy's YouTube is called Paralyzed Living, and he has a baby that he had after he was injured. So he's kind of gone through over time and made some different videos. So the ones I wanted to show you were him picking the baby up off the floor, putting the baby down, that sort of thing. Because you can hold something heavy here, but once you go like lean out to put it or put a baby away, you're gonna have a harder time staying balanced. So, sorry I don't have a big screen projector to put this on. Let's get some sound going. And hopefully the internet is fast enough.
It's time for Sleep Number's Veterans Day sale.
We have to put up with some ads.
Right. Never ending.
Sleep Number setting.
So I'm paralyzed from the armpits down, which means I have no core strength or back strength. So when I lean over, I can't easily sit myself back up. So everything I'm doing is with at least one arm. So what I do is I actually straddle her across my forearm and kind of grab her thigh with one arm, with one hand, and then I'm going to push myself up with my left arm. So it's not super pretty, but I just wanted to show you how I do that. Ellie, you want to come up, or you just gonna play with your shoe? Alright, try this out. Come on. Okay, baby. So like I said, I'll just kind of have her like that. Push up with one hand, sit her up, and we are good to go. So, say hi. Hi, YouTube. Alright, so once she's up on my lap, I can show you also how I get her back on the floor. Hey, baby. You want to get back on the floor? So pretty much I'm just going to hold her by her core and slide her down in front of me. So just kind of like that.
So he's using his elbows to support him.
She's back on the floor.
Okay, well this is just more like a blooper where she starts crying.
Hey, baby.
So you wouldn't do it this way with a brand newborn because obviously they don't have the neck control.
Hold on to her leg. She wants to play. So, you want to get back on the floor and play? Okay. Well, we're going to play, I guess. That's pretty much how I do that. If you have any questions, feel free to, put them in the comments below, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks a lot.
So he's been injured for a little while.
Looks easy.
Yeah, he makes it look easy because he's had some time to problem solve. We've got, this is when she was younger.
Introducing Finn, the smart way to take care of your
Maybe she could just skip
Here's how
that.
it works. Finn.
Okay.
So I don't know what she has for a changing table, but for you, it'll be easiest. Well, I'll just let him talk.
Talk a little bit about parenting from a wheelchair. Obviously, I haven't been doing this very long, but just in the short time that I have, just kind of talking about my stability. So as you might know, I'm paralyzed from the chest down, so picking a baby up with both hands can be a little difficult. A lot of the things that I can't do are picking her up off the floor unless I'm supporting myself. So I have to figure out how to do a lot of things with one arm. So if she is in the swing or on the couch, a lot of the times we will just lay her on a blanket because it's really easy for me to wrap the blanket around her and pick that up with one hand as opposed to trying to lean over, pick her back up since I don't have that force in me. So I kind of wanted to show you how that works. First thing I do is just scoot forward in the seat because leaning against the backrest gives me a lot more ability to just use my arms because I'm not supporting my body since I'm leaning backward. So far we've been using this pillow a lot. It works really, really well. So far she doesn't move around too much. She's only 2 months old. So we might have to go to a plan B once she gets a little more squiggly and
The
stuff
body,
like that.
which is more like
Like I said, this is working so far. So if I'm going to go ahead and pick her up, luckily she's nice and squeaky. I will wrap her up like this, and then pick her up like that.
Oh.
Pick a sack of potatoes.
I feel like you should support her neck a little bit more.
So she's good to go.
But you could, just depending on where you're holding
and
the blanket.
feed her on the dining room table. That kind of works for me because I can roll underneath the table, and it's not like I'm trying to change her on a regular changing table that's beside the chair.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna
So
say.
we'll
Like
go
if
over
you
the
are
table, I'll show you
needing
how
to
that
do
works.
diaper changes or things, a table that you can roll under versus like the typical changing table that's taller and you can't get underneath it.
Roll it over here. So, once we get over to the table, what I've been doing is kind of pulling up next to the table and locking in my brakes. It's a little bit easier for me to do it this way because I'm using my elbow to support her head, and I can make it a little more controlled.
Yeah, that looks a little better
Whereas
than the
if I'm
towel
doing it
method.
head on, it's kind of just me like picking her up and flopping her down. Since whenever I get weight out in front of me, just like I actually did, I get very unstable. So anything I can do from the side, especially supporting my elbow, works really well. So at this point, I just make sure she's not rolling off the table. Set it down, and you baby girl.
Yeah, have everything you need so you're not having to like leave and go get
No, I'm
something.
not feeling it. You're not feeling it.
Oh.
But yeah, from this point, I would go ahead and feed her with the bottle, and I would change her diaper and stuff like that. So eat, change diapers, and feed babies all in one place. So that's kind of how I do that. So if you have any questions, let me know. I'll do more videos, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks a lot.
It's pretty cool.
So I don't know if I totally support that towel method unless the baby's head is a bit more supported, but it just shows how some people do things. So there were one or two other ones I wanted to show you. Let me go back to his main page. Okay, she's bigger here. This is putting her in a high chair.
That's gotta be challenging.
Hey guys, it's Brian. So in this video, I just wanted to talk a little bit about how I pick up my toddler. She's a lot bigger than she used to be. And the way I do it is I actually will kind of balance her, or balance my arms on my knees. And that allows me to pick her up with both arms. As I'm doing that, I kind of spin her off to one side. And I'll kind of show you how that works. Hey Ellie, you want to get some cheese? You want to get up in your chair?
Daddy, get you some cheese.
Yeah, come here, baby. Come here. All right, so I'll just lift her up like this, spin her around, and then I kind of sit up. So I did that all without any core or back strength, since I'm paralyzed from the chest down. So, yeah, we're gonna watch this. So we're gonna get you in your seat because we're gonna get some cheese. So when I get her in the high chair, pretty much I'm just doing kind of the same idea. I'm gonna slide her over with my body kind of balanced on my knees. I usually keep one elbow on
Yeah,
the
so lots of elbow stability.
So then I can
Our
just
high
slide
chair
her in
only has a bar that you can't remove.
Okay.
Buckle her in. Yeah. You wanna get some cheese, baby? Get some cheese. Yeah. All right, arms up. Arms up. Lift your arms, baby. Cheers. So yeah, that's how I do that. Again, it's just something I kind of figured out over time to be able to lift her up. She runs around like crazy, so I'm chasing her a lot these days. So this is what I get for waiting 4 months to post a video. Ellie, you want to come up and get some yum yum? Ellie, come here, baby. So we do it completely differently now than we did earlier. So I want to show you actually. Ellie,
Now she just climbs up.
Oh.
Ellie, you want to get in your chair? We can get some yum yum.
And he just spots her.
Yeah, cool. You want to climb in? Good girl. Good job. Yeah, we're going to get all you all buckled in. All right. Give you this. All right, so we'll go ahead and put the tray on. Yeah. You want to get some yum yum? Yum yum. Let's go ahead and get the food. All right.
Okay. I think that's about it for that one.
So that's a little bit easier.
And then you could make something like this, but there's also a good belt on the market so that you can feel confident that a little kid's not gonna like wiggle off your lap while you're pushing around.
With chaos. How about you?
This isn't the particular belt. He made his own, but I can send you the link.
Hey guys, it's Brian. So in this video, I wanted to talk a little about the strap that I made to hold my daughter on my lap. Pretty much, this is what we use instead of a stroller. So Ellie's about 1.5 years right now. We've been using this. This is just a padded calf strap that I already had, and we stitched on a little bit more nylon just to make it a little bit longer. Yeah, you see glasses? So I'll just show you how this works. On the back of my chair, all I did was add a little strip of Velcro on the back. So when I put this on, we'll just strap this around. You want some glasses?
There you go.
Yeah. We'll just strap this on, Velcro it to the back. And Daddy is his own stroller. So again, just a padded calf strap, that's all it really took.
Let me see how quickly I can find the other one. I think I have the link saved. Enter links. Maybe. Oh, okay, maybe I need to Google it. Oh wait, I know where it could be. Let me find Child Care Resource Team. It's probably in here. Dressing, feeding, sleeping, eating, playing, mobility. Of course, there are little swaddle type things for little bitty babies. Yeah, that'll work. It's just knowing that it changes your center of gravity a little bit. So anything like a wheelie is going to be different because you add the baby's weight to you and it's a little bit further forward. So you can do that. It's just limiting your mobility a little bit. There's more like this boppy again for a bigger kid. This one people like, this lap baby belt, because it can adjust to the size of the child. So it goes around you, and then there's a second little part that goes around the baby. So especially as they get more wriggly, you can just feel confident that they're not going to like wriggle off your lap when you don't want them to. Come on, pictures. Okay, well, my internet's being a bit slow, but something along those lines. Okay, she's got this baby on in an airplane. Because they're not wheelchair users, but it works well for wheelchair users. What other kinds of things do you think you'd normally be doing? I mean, we've got this whole OneNote, but they might not all be applicable to you.
I mean, if there was a way that I could carry them on my wheelchair, that would be great. But I could also just play with them on the floor, or.
Yeah, I think these are the baby Bjorns. With they're talking about the front closure so that you don't have a buckle, or with the swaddles you don't have a fabric knot behind you that would be kind of pressing on your skin. That's the only reason for that. I mean, some people have gotten really creative. There are all these like adaptations that you can clip onto a chair. This one's side by side. This is that freewheel modified with one of the normal seats that goes on a bicycle. This is a walker that she's attached to make it a stroller. So there are all sorts of things, but they're not all super mainstream.
Yeah.
You know, these are more, I think, custom things that people have come up with. Like this one, it's not yet available, but it's a great idea.
That's cool.
Yeah, so I don't know if it's worth like investing in any of those types of things,
Yeah,
but
we'll look into
but
it.
they exist in the world.
It's good in case we need them.
Yeah. Oh, this is just saying for baths. You know, maybe using like the kitchen sink or something like that versus a bathtub,
Oh.
depending on how big the kid is, especially if it's one that you could roll under. But again, most people don't have one that you can roll under at home.
Mm-hmm. Well, I did used to give baths to my other niece on the kitchen sink,
Yeah.
even before all this, just because it was easier.
This guy's attached a wagon. And then this is a little like standing platform that would go behind the wheelchair. So a little kid could just stand on it and hold on to the back of the wheelchair.
Oh,
I feel like this would be way better if someone was in a power wheelchair, because
Yeah,
otherwise
yeah.
it's just making your life really hard.
Mhm, yeah,
Got your weight plus the kid's weight.
exactly.
Yeah, I think those are the main ones. Different high chairs. This one swivels, the seat swivels so that you could roll up underneath
Mhm.
to more easily like lift. This one, what is it? Doesn't have leg holes, the tray lifts off, it's front loading. Some of it is just what ends up working for you. I mean, I think people have probably made all sorts of different things work.
Mhm.
And then some of this is also geared for people who don't have good finger control. So it's
Yeah.
not all like exactly what you need. So anyway, we don't have that much time left. I figured you could play with this baby.
Okay.
Do you guys have one of these Boppies?
It's not this big, but we do have a Boppy.
Yeah, well, yeah, it doesn't have to be this big.
I'll just text Allie that the lift is here,
Okay.
cause
It's getting shipped, right?
yeah, she's gonna help us disassemble and get it ready.
So